Bondi Beach, Australia's most famous stretch of sand.
There's no place like it.
Bondi's lifeguards are the sum of more than 100 years of experience, enabling them to tackle searing heat,
30-odd degrees,
sharks, dangerous surf, and millions of visitors every year.
Hey, that's it! Oh yeah, I got him.
This summer, the biggest challenge facing Bondi's lifeguards comes from within.
The big difference since last summer, we've had some of our most experienced staff leave the team. After 16 years, Yatesy's hung up his board shorts.
I'm scared.
After 18 years, Dino's decided to take the summer off to spend more time with the kids.
Yeah, I reckon you make your own luck.
And after 16 years, Corey has decided to drop back to casual.
That's the worst part on the whole beach.
You know, those three guys going, you lose about 50 years of experience, and it's very, very hard to replace that in one summer.
To fill the gaps, Hoppo has launched the biggest recruitment drive in the lifeguards' history.
Usually we only put on 1 or 2 new lifeguards. You know, this year we've got 6 plus a trainee, and they are going to really need to step up.
So we've got 24-year-old Sam. He's a very big bloke. He shows a lot of presence on the beach. 22-year-old Luke, a young Bondi local. Ex-football player, Will. 23-year-old Jack, who's a former lifeguard from up at Manly. Then we've got Gavin Stevenson, a.k.a. Baggis, who's a former lifeguard down here.
And rounding out the team is Bondi's star recruit,
Clint Kimmins, a.k.a. Clipper. He's an unbelievable waterman, current triathlete and big wave surfer. We know what Clint's capable of. We're expecting him to perform down here.
This season, it's about the young guys adapting quickly. And for us old guys, it's about really stepping up.
Within hours, 40,000 people are sprawled across the beach. Identifying in-danger swimmers amongst the enormous crowds requires expert eyes. 16-year veteran Reedy has spent hundreds of hours scanning Bondi's south end. Reedy relies on the vantage point of lifeguards in the tower.
Started doing double leg kicks.
Clint Kimmins has 7 years lifeguarding experience on the Gold Coast, but is in his first season at Australia's busiest beach.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's panicking. He's definitely no good.
Trainee Berkey is also at the south end. He's on a rostered day off, but working as a buggy driver for the Bondi Rescue film crew.
And even on my day off, I was still watching the water. I knew something was going to go on down here.
It's just starting to open up now. That tide's really starting to drop.
Suddenly, 5 more swimmers lose their footing on the sandbank.
There's a few others out there now. I'm going to go.
Just one. Copy, mate. We'll keep eyes on you. 5 or 6 more people just lost their feet and started to panic.
Oi! Oi! Go in! Go in!
There are now 6 swimmers in trouble and only 1 lifeguard.
Yeah.
Saw him go in, I was like, oh, this is on. I started thinking I might have to go in here.
Yeah, central to Jethro.
Backup is 800 metres away at the north end.
Mate, there's a few more heads down there. It might even be worth just heading down that way, mate.
Usually the horn's really useful to clear a path, but on this day the horn wasn't working.
I was looking at other people in trouble thinking, geez, we need a few more lifeguards out here. Hey, buddy, oi, oi! Oi, swim to me, swim to me.
A man further in struggles to stay afloat. Trainee lifeguard Berkey is off duty and faced with a decision.
Mate, that guy was properly drowning. I knew I had to go.
But has the new recruit left his run too late?
Hey, buddy, oi, 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 swim to me, swim to me.
Mate, that guy was drowning.
As the rip intensifies, yet more swimmers are sucked out.
Yeah, central to north Rhino, there's about 5 heads now, so worth going in when you get there.
You've got to get on the board. Lay up your stomach. Stomach. No. 3 times out of the water.
Jethro finally arrives with first-year Bondi lifeguard Jack. Reedy, Berkey and a volunteer lifesaver manage 5 patients. 2 more swimmers cling to a small bodyboard. Jack heads for the 2 swimmers who are waving, when Jules identifies yet another person in trouble.
There's a chick close to shore who's like practically drowning.
You can't ignore when people are in distress.
PA Jack and tell him to turn around and go for the chick into his right. She's the priority.
There's now only 1 lifeguard left on the entire beach.
By the time I grabbed the megaphone, Jack had gone past it. I just had to get in there.
Jethro's going in.
People drown in a minute. You think they're sweet and they just sink, so you can't really leave that up to chance.
Escalated quickly.
Bruno Chent is visiting from Hong Kong with his family.
We've been looking for him in the wrong spot the whole time.
I am on the pedal. I try to swim as hard as I can. My kids are also here, so I'm really happy.
Is my dad seeing?
Are you okay?
This is my 5th summer on the beach. You know, it's time for me to really step up. We've got a lot of new, inexperienced lifeguards, and you know, that puts me in a position to be someone to look up to.
No more swimming in the south corner.
It's the middle of the day, you got an outgoing tide, and I'd been monitoring this little girl on a bodyboard. Hop's solid, he's been around a long time, and he's a bit of an iceman, you know, he very, very rarely boils over.
Yeah, Hop, you'll be in for sure, mate. She's freaking out.
So Hop gets out there to make the rescue, and as he does, the water starts to move a bit, and before you know it, we've just got a large volume of people in the water that can't swim. The rest of the beach is super dangerous, so to just hurry things along a bit, I just send Boo in.
It might be worth going for a paddle, Boo. Yeah, I'll go for a paddle. See this wave get us. Hang on.
Of course, on the way out, Boo ends up grabbing a different new patient, and yeah, we just got the same problem on our hands still.
Just hang on.
Yeah.
Thought I was only going for the 1 person, and then it became 2, and next thing you know, there's 4.
Hoppo is single-handedly faced with a mass rescue, yet doesn't signal for backup.
By this time in the tower, I'm starting to get a bit stressed out. There's about 5 or 6 people caught in this rip.
As well as the 4 swimmers clinging to Hoppo's board, another 4 are looking for direction out of the rip.
Hoppo's got probably 8, maybe 9 patients, but I don't think he's concerned one bit about it. I've got the aircon on full blast because I'm overheating up there, and Hoppo's just out there lounging around, waiting for someone to paddle out a mojito or something to him.
Don't lose many.
His team watch on with growing concern.
Looks really bad right at this second.
Unsure why the boss is remaining so cool.
We're all sweet. Karma. We'll get there.
Yeah, Gons, can you go down and grab the board?
Finally, Hoppo reveals the secret behind his cool composure.
We were drifting quite easily to the sandbank, and I knew that I could get the whole 9 there without having any backup.
In here, guys. We'll drift over to the bank, okay? Don't go that way.
Hoppo, the master waterman, knows exactly where the rip will take everyone, as long as they stay calm.
Any other lifeguard probably would have waved for some assistance, but he knew he could handle the situation 1 out.
Right, we'll be outstanding. Okay, let's keep walking.
6 swimmers need nothing more than Hoppo's calm directions. The remaining 4 disembark with the boss.
I don't think I've ever seen a lifeguard have that many patients and not even paddle 1 stroke.
All right, there you go.
But he pulled it off with minimal effort, as he always does.
Eleanor and PG are cousins, originally from Italy.
I realized I was in trouble when a little girl asked me to save her, and I'm like, me? I'm in trouble. I was like, sure, don't be scared. And I was like, on this little board at the back, and then the lifeguard came.
Yeah, the lifeguard was very good, very good.
Oh, in my career, I've done many mass rescues because in the early days we were working on our own at the beaches, so it was regular. You'd be bringing in, 4, 5, 6 people at one time.
I thought you might need the ultimate to back up. Good rescue.
Still quite a satisfying event.
So it was exciting.